So here's where the book ends, and here's where I will end, back to the lolcat. I like lolcats as much as the next guy, actually maybe even more. But looking ahead, I can't envision an internet where some user is forced to say to themselves, where can I find a picture of a cute cat? Right? That strikes me as being a largely solved problem. More difficult than that is Wikipedia. Right? This is essentially an aggregate of a coalition of those willing, an aggregate of people who want to participate. Wikipedia takes quite a bit more effort to produce because there's a considerable amount of argumentation that goes into any article of even moderate interest. And then even more difficult than that is patients like me, which isn't just operating in a kind of assumed consensus, but is actually doing so in the teeth of a dominant culture that disagrees with everything they want. So we had to label these. Call this communal value created by the participants for the participants. It's lovely, but again, a largely solved problem. Wikipedia, up a spectrum, I don't propose these as strong separations, but up a spectrum more like public value. To the 98th percentile, the people who use Wikipedia don't participate. So there's enormous leverage for the 2% of people who are actually creating the reference work to make a publicly accessible site for the 98%. And then all the way up to patients like me, civic. Civic value in the sense of they're trying to change the society they're embedded in by adopting cultural norms that work well with the tools, even if they operate at cross currents to the current cultural assumptions. And the open question, the question the book ends with, is not how much of this will we get. We will frankly get as much of this as we want. We will get as much of this as we can stand. The question is how much of this will we get. Moving up the scale, how much civic value are we going to get out of this meeting? Dean Cum, the American inventor and entrepreneur, said, free cultures get what they celebrate. And the question for us, I think, is to what degree can we celebrate, reward, participate in the kind of experiments that are going on here? Because it's really when people look back at our generation, they're not going to ask how much of this stuff we create. They're going to ask how much of that stuff we create. And that's going to be the thing that determines how much value the cognitive surplus ends up having. Thank you very much.